Hello there, folks. Welcome back to ZSR. We have got jkoper versus Ellendar coming up here in just a moment. We're going to get this party started. We have not had enough Zelda today. Oh no, of course not. We need more. And I will leave it in the very capable hands of our commentators.
All right, this is Mirai and Nightcrawler here, and we are getting eloped today. Is that right? We're getting eloped.
What?
Yeah, you said it. Eloped. If you put Ellendar's name with jkoper's name, you'd get eloped, right? Eloper?
Eloper, yes.
Okay. So that's what we're doing. All right, cool.
Well, we're doing comms. I don't know what they're doing. They're racing Z2R.
Oh. All right. Well, let's do that. Everyone, guys, I am so glad to have you here. Rune Glazed Donut, that is an amazing name. And I did see the last race, so I'm glad to have you here. And Irene back in chat. Awesome. Can't wait to get started.
So we have all the hearts and all the gems today.
Oh, God.
Easy seed. Easy seed for these good runners.
Look at that. Look at that palace is right there. That's 5. The easiest palace in the game. Right there for them.
Yeah, looks like we have another vanilla-like biome here like we did in the previous race on the west. No spoilers about that one.
Yeah, that was an interesting race. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Oh, look at this! Those boots come in handy for some intelligence, but jkoper with his Trogdor sprite making his way through. This is actually Parappa Cave, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not gonna get anything out of that cave, except for confusion as to where you pop out.
Yeah, it's entirely possible that he maybe just immediately forgot he had the boots or anything like that, or just he's just going to be clearing out this section up here. But that was a little weird to dig into Parappa immediately.
I tend to avoid pass-through caves until I need them.
Yeah, I agree. Or, unless it absolutely looks like it leads somewhere early on, and maybe you just want to make that play that you think your opponent won't be making.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Oh, nice 200-point feedback. And we're getting attack level 2, my favorite out of the level 2 spell. Levels. What's your favorite level 2 level?
Given this setup, I would probably also be picking attack 2. There's a good chance of that.
Yep, it's good taste among us, good commerce.
I missed that hint. Did you see the hint? Magic key. So where's the magic key? Go east? Is that west? West for the magic key. Easy. Okay.
Yeah. Zero Wing saw it. That's right.
We had a trophy. Was that trophy in? Oh no. Yeah, trophy in Medicine Cave there.
Yep. So when he finds Rudo, he's gonna know what to give.
Yeah, we'll see if that's a spell that's required. We have jump today. It is in the Saria slot, so our free spell from Saria is we've already got it. No freebie from there today. I mean, it's a freebie, but normally it's a freebie, because it's like no spell item required. But
Roger. All right, we are saving up for the next life level. Yes, let's get that life back up there so we don't lose a life. And then that's a 50-point P bag in there. jkoper cannot get into that room upstairs, and can't get the spell that's in the next part of town. So we're just gonna be walking out of here to the left. Oh, after the hint. Which, go east to find the blah blah blah. Yep.
Yeah, what spell was this here in Mito? Did you just say that? Did I miss you say that?
I did not.
Okay.
Shield Town is Rauru.
Which is Shield Town in Vanilla. unrandomized today.
You know, I gotta tell you, if it weren't for Ocarina of Time, I probably still wouldn't know these towns' names.
That's funny. That's like a thing that vanilla speedrunners, they don't know the names of the towns either. They just know them as the names of the spells that come from there. But in the randomizer, you have to, the spells are randomized, so there's really nothing. Oh, see, are we seeing that on jkoper's side? He's not. Yeah. He's forgotten he's had the boots. Yep, that's what's going on here.
Oh no! He could have just. He walked over there.
Because he checked that bridge, and I'm like, wait a minute, could have just walked around it.
Now, this is where bonking actually comes into play. If you play like if you've seen like Dragon Warrior Randomizer, and measures how many times you bonk up against the wall. Like if jkoper bonks up against the ocean, he's gonna suddenly remember that he has boots. But until he does that, or presses start and checks his items. Oh, okay. Well, this is the opposite of the last game.
Wow.
Okay, early glove. We are ready to go. Head on into P5.
Dusty cartridge there.
Yeah. Well, okay. I guess we need keys or something, maybe.
Well, there's magic keys on the west, but we did have that boulder-blocked cave right just west of start, so that could be where our key is at. That hint could just be bait for us today.
That would be fun. I got a feeling that's not the case. Because, wait. Is something wrong with jkoper's tiles? Like, his floor was in his ceiling, and his ceiling was in his floor. Like, his trees were made out of grass, and his grass was made out of tree leaves. That was weird.
I didn't notice.
Maybe he's, I don't know.
Yeah, but we were in Pillar P-Bag Cave here for jkoper. Ellendar's not been down this way, although he is headed down this way. What did we see? We saw medicine. We saw magic container cave. We saw grass tile. Did we see heart? I don't know if we saw heart yet. There's our key.
Did Ellendar turn his nose up at the spell in Rando?
Well, if he did, I don't blame him. He knows he's up against jkoper. He's probably going to be taking cutting a few corners here. He knows. Well, I guess he doesn't know the key is on the west. He's about to find that hint, though, or does he? No, he's about to find that hint right now.
Sure, I guess the chances that... Cool. Yeah, the chances that spell is going to lead to anything of importance is fairly minimal at this point. We've got almost everything that we could possibly need. It's not going to be the... Okay, I guess it could be the raft. They do need to place all their gems. So if they can't make their way to Maze Island because they don't have a raft or something like that, then maybe if that was in the the world boner, then that could be something that bites her in the butt. But it's probably okay to forget about spell, I guess. Ribbonak rides with the what raft?
Yeah, with the raft. We did see the raft tile, and we probably are in P3 right now. We won't know that until we see a boss or an item or a window.
I bet this P3.
It's entirely possible. We only saw 2 palaces. No, this is it. I mean, I guess it... Well, see, it doesn't have to be P3. I don't know if we fully exhausted all of our caves, but there's a really good chance it's P3 because we saw 5... this palace and GP. Those are our 3 palaces on the west. So seeing as we've only seen a raft to get off of this continent right now, there's a good chance that the raft is in here and this is P3.
jkoper is very seriously not picking up that key because he has magic key. I cannot resist such things. I want to get my keys all the way to F and beyond.
It's because you are the key master.
That's right. And you... Are we getting eloped?
This is... There's some lore from the previous race, folks. And what would catch jkoper off guard here, though, is that if he doesn't have the glove, there could be glove block possibly here to get our item. So it doesn't look like it's so far, but it only takes 1 room to glove block you, right? So Ellendar does have that glove, and he'll hopefully find his key soon enough. He's got the hint, and so I don't think he's going to leave any of these caves behind at this point.
Well, with every room he enters, the chances that this is P3... kind of decrease because there is a size discrepancy between the 2 palaces in terms of the way that they do their layout. But also the licit matters because they're already walked that far. So You know, if it turns out that it's P6 and they run into the boss anyway, who cares which one it is?
Yeah, we have to place all 6 gems, and I mean, let's, maybe we are going to get trolled, and it is P6, and maybe the hammer's in here, and then maybe it's that boulder blocked cave is maybe our connector today, and maybe we have two bait comments. Oh my god!
There it is.
Wow!
Love
I'm impressed. This is phenomenal.
it. I do the best I can. Oh wait, you're not talking about. Okay, never mind. I always aim to impress, of course. All right, awesome. Well, that's gonna be a gem down. I don't see jkoper losing this fight. Not with attack 3.
No, it's just the whole that this isn't 3, and it's not going to have the raft, and so it's not going to have the glove. Is my wild prediction of hammer in here going to come true? Maybe hammer in 5 as well.
Hammer.
Maybe I'm just making things up, and it's not actually a boulder blocked continent connector. We just haven't seen that cave yet at this point. Maybe
A boulder block continent connector sounds pretty fun. Let's do that.
let's do that. Yes, we're just gonna turn that option on right now.
I mean, let's call it like Schrodinger's randomizer or something. Until you've seen a part of the seed, you don't know what's actually coming up. There's a second boulder block.
Yeah.
It doubles the chances that there's a continent connector.
Yeah, so Ellendar did not jump into P6 there. There was GP and P6 down there, the south side, I believe is where they were, because jkoper went right into it immediately. And, of course, 5 being right next to start. Might be headed back to get to find Mito.
Well, that last hit against the big old dragon is always a little risky. You're always kind of like, do I do it? Now, I want to see... Yeah, skip the level. Yeah! Let's get to... That's the way I like it. Attack 5 in less than 11 minutes. That's what I'm talking about. That is Nightcrawler percent.
Yeah, that is the patented jkoper leveling strat here. But it's totally safe at this 6 gemmer. There's not going to be no shortage of experience here.
Right. And I mean, he just finished the hardest palace. So, like, what's he worried about in terms of health? Guma? Sure, but when you can kill Guma in like 20 hits, and you have 8 heart containers, I think you're probably good.
Yeah, it's probably a 2-shot though, even with 8 hearts.
Yeah.
I would bet life 2 is probably you still losing over 4 hearts on a swing from Guma.
Yeah, but do you foresee him getting hit more than twice?
Guma's RNG king, if it feels like sometimes. I think it's possible, but then again, if he finds Raru, shields in Raru, so, I mean, that's going to just double his health.
Yeah, exactly. Ah, just Muse and the Drippers. Okay, yeah, I don't want to see
What, you trying to give them more experience? They have 6 gems to place.
Yeah, I want to give them...
jkoper already has attack 5 less than 11 minutes in.
500-point Mago Drippers.
Yeah.
Wow.
We'll see 888. All right, well, we're getting some downstab action on Ellendar's side. Missed this the first time, I think, through here. And then hopefully he'll be in the palaces ASAP. He has to assume that jkoper has this item. He doesn't have the glove, though, right? So, again, P6 being bigger, maybe there is a glove block in here. And maybe Ellendar's going to have that upper hand.
Yeah, it'd be a shame if he got glove blocked at this point, but I kind of feel like he's not going to, because he's explored so much of the palace already. I don't think it's going to happen at this point.
I'm inclined to agree. We haven't seen a lot of the palace. A lot of pass through here. Very linear left here from nearby Barba's room.
Yeah, and I think he has one more left that he hasn't checked, right? So
yeah, there's that up and left to the double Moa bridge room. It's a community room. He saw it from right to left.
Well, he might be going back there. Nope. Okay, we're out. That's efficient. Taking his chance on that one. I'd say good.
Sorry, they're high-fiving.
1 in, 1 out. Let's see if Ellendar does this. I mean, he's got more life levels, but you're not usually concerned about the snake, reducing your life to 0.
Well, did you see what picked up on jkoper's side there?
500 point P bag, is that it?
1,000 point P bag.
That's generous. He's even if he can get another level, I don't think he's going to though, because otherwise you're going to make it difficult to gem abuse if you get it above life. If you get it to like life 5 or magic 4.
Yeah, maybe he won't even, like, he sees that now, and maybe he's not even too concerned about the gem abuse, because it's just going to come. Those levels are just going to come with these gem placements.
True. Oh, wait, sorry. You got 1,000 point from the gem placement?
No, he got 1,000 point from a P bag drop.
Yeah. But you didn't get that from killing the boss, right? You didn't get
I don't know what the boss dropped. Barba had to have dropped a chunk if he got attack 4 off of it, and then was able to push beyond that.
Yeah.
The gem count is correct in chat there. Just going to confirm that. 6 gemmer today. Yeah, I'm interested to see what this, like, again, 5 and 6, 2 boulder blocked caves, and a raft that we cannot use.
By the way, nice to see you, Drossi. Been a little while since you've been a viewer while I was on comms. That's mostly because I haven't commed like I used to back in the day.
Ellendar having a little difficult time with this terrible jump.
Yeah, that one gets me.
One of the worst. That's like, out of all the things that I can do in this game, I sometimes get so tripped up on that jump.
Coper's been in this palace a little while.
I mean, it's been like, it's just P5. He's been in here for maybe like 6-7 rooms or so.
Okay, then I guess that's pretty fast. And we're going to see him just take Guma apart.
Life 4 unshielded 4 hearts. Could still be the 2-shot. Also jump strats.
Yeah. How much life did he get back from casting that spell? Not much, right?
He has a life spell?
I thought I saw him cast something after he got hit.
I think it was jump.
Oh, right. Okay. That makes perfect sense. I'm not used to seeing jump strats on Guma very much.
There's your attack 6 coming up.
Yeah. 3,500 for attack 6 is actually less than I expected. Because I think attack 4 was like 2,200 or something.
Yeah, the randomizer tends to, I don't know, in my experience, the experience being random, and you know that, but it's like overall, it's like the higher attack level, sometimes they just end up like in this like 6,000 or something for like attack 8 at times, and it's, you don't get that big fat 9,000 experience payout.
Right. Now at this point, like jkoper really has enough attack to make any other boss in the game comfortable, but
yeah.
Go for 8. Go for 9.
That would be something. Ellendar handling this Barber here. 1 extra attack level over what jkoper was able to do here. Although with a big fat payout from Barba, we might see an attack 5 as well here. We just got to get past. Oh, he's a full 1,000. Okay, that's plenty to get past that 600 life level.
Awesome.
Well, I mean, you're thinking about this, and I mean, jkoper being number 4 seed, Ellendar being number 13 seed. I would probably seed Ellendar a little bit higher. Just ended up with a lot of I don't know, just max rando rolling max rando. But regardless, jkoper's definitely a very good player. But he can't. When you look at this, you think all the hearts, all the seeds, plenty of experience. You can't. There's just no room to slouch, right? You know that the person you're playing against knows how to play the game. And if you slouch, it's very likely that they'll just catch you, and or you might be behind even a little bit here, for all he knows. And so, it's something that you got to keep in mind. These easier seeds, they're definitely easy for everybody playing the seed. So
yeah, so allow me to recontextualize on this for you. So normally, when you're playing, you're worried about your life and getting hit by enemies, taking deaths and stuff. So like the general strategy is not to get hit. But if you start out with like 8 Harkitators and you got shield like early on, and you're gonna have to go into all the palaces, so you're gonna get all these items, and there's 1,000-point P bags, and you're already at attack 6, less than 20 minutes into the game. At that point, it just becomes a matter of not wanting enemies to stop you from moving, and just having the most efficient movement possible. So at that point, the strategy becomes don't get hit.
I agree.
Yeah.
Avoid damage. Because all these knockbacks, the second and a half knockback, it really all just adds up.
I don't know if you saw what I did there, but it was the same strategy for both. Yeah. Sorry.
It's a solid strat. Just don't take damage, right?
Yeah. That's what I've been telling people. Ellendar is kind of searching the same sorts of rooms that jkoper was.
The exact same rooms. He did not go up and top up. What do you want to call that? Upper floor, top floor, and then left. He's doing the exact same thing jkoper did, and I wonder if he'll just up and out of here as well.
That would be interesting. If he doesn't, and he ends up with a glove or something, that'd be pretty sweet.
Well, he does. He does have the glove.
Oh, yeah, because it's the glove. Okay, yeah.
What we probably need is a hammer.
That would be good. Hammer, yeah. Or like a teleport into Palace 3.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he's sticking. He's sticking around. This is not what I want to see.
Interesting. And since jkoper hasn't found the hammer in his travels yet, this could that kind of increases the probability this is the correct play. Not by much, but
yeah. Well, I was going to say that Ellendar did more overworld clearing before jkoper did, so he has the full picture. Remember, jkoper didn't remember he had the boots, and so Ellendar was able to hit all those spots that jkoper didn't. Probably feeling a little foolish there in the beginning. I mean, it's happened to me plenty of times as well. But then now you're kind of playing catch up, and you're thinking, oh man, I missed all this stuff, and Ellendar has that overworld picture a bit better, so he might be thinking, I saw the raft, but this isn't 3, and I know we've got 5, so we've got 2 boulder block saves, unless I completely missed something on a cave-wise that was open that was going to be a continent connector, then it's definitely hammer somewhere.
Yeah. jkoper got the hint for the raft after he did this palace.
Yeah.
So honestly, I kind of want to say the fight, like the pole position fight that we're going to see here is this a worthy play? Is this the right call to make? Because this is a big dive, and if he gets it, if this is the correct gamble, jkoper's not going to come back in here for a long time.
Well, I mean, I don't know about long time, because he's gonna
maximum possible time.
Yeah. Because he's gonna clear out. He's gonna get his glove here in a moment, so he'll feel good about that. But as like you say, as the locations dwindle in the overworld, it's like, well, the thing we're looking for is in a palace, and I just did both of those. We're gonna have to go back in one of these. And unfortunately, Ellendar is looped around again. I don't know where this item is in 6.
And Big Yano, yes, that is Trogdor the Burninator. You're absolutely correct. I believe that is Irene's sprite. Handmade Teizukuri by Irene Punmaster.
Okay, here we go. We have not seen left after this elevator room here. Oh, it's a glove block, so you wouldn't even be able to get through here on jkoper's side. Has Hades seen this? This could be our item going left from here. That's a vanilla room.
Knockers are being cooperative, which is nice.
I thought we made it to the east on jkoper's side, but no, we did not.
No. Okay, that's okay.
This is an elevator room down for Ellendar. This could go right into our item room. Oh, a left and...
This is a big
item.
palace. Oh, this
Here we go.
You knew it just from that, see?
Yeah.
That's why you're smart and good at the game, and I'm not.
Well, I mean.
Oh!
Well, I mean.
Wow. Okay.
There it is, baby. It's either 6 or 5, man.
All right, that's a worthy play. That's 2 caves that it opens up. One could be a pass through to either location, or we could get some useful item out of there. That's a pass through.
Yeah, the other thing is going to be the medicine, because the medicine is in the west, and so the other cave is that final cave is going to be the medicine on the west.
Nice. Do we remember what spell is in Mito?
No, but we got to check on both of our runners, and I didn't catch the town sign on either one of them. Could be thunder. I don't know.
Well, that is a huge boon for Ellendar. You were saying, Ellendar is seated a little bit lower here, and jkoper has been playing very smoothly, but this is definitely a feather in Ellendar's cap right now.
Absolutely. Yeah, Daruni is fairy here, but we didn't know what was in Mito, and the medicine is on the west. I'm not sure if that's thunder or something else. I mean, it could be life. They could have just been checking the location for medicines, or they know where to avoid. So that's entirely possible, too.
CS Tutor, thank you. I actually had missed that Daruni is fairy. Just old habits from the older versions of the Randomizer where people would never bother checking the signs.
Yeah. Well, it didn't have any information on it.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
It was just a town name back in the day.
Yeah. So my brain checks out for like the first 5 seconds of entering a town.
Well, Coper's back in 5, and I don't know what he's going to find in here. I mean, he could find something like a magic container. Still would be quite useful, I think. But okay. We got the little death mount. Oh my God!
Get it! Go get it!
Well, so right now, Ellendar's got the afterburners on. Holy jeez.
Reflect down. We're picking up everything that we need. Well, we just need thunder after this, and they're pretty much in go mode. I mean, obviously they could be blocked by the lack of flute, but we know where the raft is. Both players know. So, really, the only open question is thunder, and I don't think it's going to be that hard to pick up. I just have. I mean, it can't be. They know where all the item locations are.
No, yeah, Lost, our tracker has said that Ellendar has dash, and that is true. Dash on Mito's spot today. So it looks like Thunder's going to be free, and New Kasuto or Old Kasuto could be flute blocked. Not going to be hammer blocked because we got a hammer today. But they might want that dash as well, so we might see Ellendar go back. He still has to do 5, so here's the item for jkoper.
What's it going to... just a
money bag.
And at his current level strategies, that's not going to do anything for him. So, bye-bye.
Well, we just got confirmation that the bridge and a cave both lead to Death Mountain. Raft is going to be Maze Island today. We're definitely going to be digging the item out of 3.
Yeah.
This is huge for Ellendar, but he is going to have to head back west to... Well, I guess... Here's the thing, right? What's in 5 for him, right? Nothing, as far as he knows, right? Yeah. And so GP is also on the west, so he can complete all of this, then head back west, hit up the raft tile, go to Maze Island, hit up whatever's there, and then up an A again, come back, finish 5 right next to start, and then GP's on the south side. He's got it from here forward. jkoper has now got to make it all the way back to 6 here, and I think it's somewhere on the south side.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very smart guy, so he probably knows he's got to go back there.
Yeah.
But I'd be too dumb to realize that right away yet. But if the longer it takes for him to get back there, the more of an advantage this is for Ellendar. And despite jkoper having twice as many gems places, Ellendar, I do think right now Ellendar has a pretty nice advantage.
I fully agree until jkoper goes back in there, and maybe he'll find the item a little bit faster than Ellendar did. If he does, that'll save him a little bit of time, although that's a time trade-off for getting the item out of 5 probably, so probably not much of a time save. If he
Right.
does end up full clearing P6 like Ellendar did, then he will have spent a little bit more time on the west overall. And so Ellendar will likely be placing more gems here shortly, especially with a free reflect, fairy spell that we haven't got back and gotten yet. I don't know if we're going to make that trip back just yet. I assume we will at some point.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I mean, I'm fairly certain when Ellendar goes back to P5, he is not going to dig the item.
Oh, yeah, probably not.
Why? Flute? Sure. Like, I don't see that happening.
Yeah, even before that point, if it were a flute blocked somewhere on the west, have we seen both palaces open and available outside of Death Valley? I see one just to the west of our current location at Ellendar's side, but I wasn't sure if we saw both of them.
Let's throw a rave! Get that thunder. Alright. So... we need the raft. We know where the raft is. Do we know for sure that we don't need the flute?
Not yet. The only thing that would be blocking us is a three-eyed rock palace at this point.
Yeah. That's the only possible way that he is uncertain about anything at this point. In terms of what he needs to get, what he needs to search. And so that's a big, big gain for Ellendar. But jkoper will soon be in the same position. Probably within 5 minutes.
Yeah, jkoper's in P6 now. He's just got to find that. Okay, he's found a dead end. So he is going to maybe up an A and head in a different direction. I don't know if he's going to close enough to a junction to walk it back anywhere.
Oh, Starfall, thank you for dropping the beat. I do appreciate dropping the beat in chat. It's an important job, and I know you're up to it.
Just slap a DJ on the front of your name. DJ Starfall.
We can't all be like Trails, can we?
Well, you start with beatboxing, and then you can move to real equipment.
True. I was surprised to learn that Trails, did that. Was DJing. I didn't know that until he put it in his name, actually.
Oh, wow. I'm not sure if we walked into 4 or 1 here on Ellendar's side. I missed the front of the palace, so I don't know if there was a Moa out there or not. It is P1. Okay.
I think it's one, yeah.
And we saw on jkoper's side. We probably saw it on Ellendar's side, but just missed it. There's a magic container in here if he wants it, which might be worth digging out for that 6th container just to kind of make sure that Thunder is going to be castable. I think it's 80-something at Magic 3 now. I could be wrong on that, but it's obviously going to come down a little bit. However, it might stay expensive for several more levels.
Right.
jkoper also finding the loop that Ellendar found as well. This is going to be the top up and left. This is what I call the double Moa bridge room here, as no ferry, so you can't get out of that hit.
How much did you say Thunder was? 87?
I thought it was 86. I could be completely wrong on that though.
If it was 86,
it was very quick.
That would just barely make it castable, right?
Yeah.
If you pick this up, looks like he's gonna place the gem, but honestly, I don't know. I feel like Ellendar might just get out of here as soon as he gets a level.
It might be worth getting the magic level, doing the check. He's out. Yep. He did it so fast. I did not see how much Thunder was.
Oh, I don't know. 80 plus? Okay. So
still at Magic 4. Okay.
There's still a lot of potential magic items he might find along the way, especially once we get to Maze Island. That's 2 relatively free items.
Yeah. So, this will be the 6th one. There's still 2 more out there. We know it's not in 5. We know it's not in any of the locations that Ellendar has seen. Well, he did find a magic container in somewhere in the east, I think.
Yeah, that's where it was.
Yeah, so there's still 2 more out there. Death Mountain, don't think we'll be looking in that unless we want to do a quick spec rock check. But you're right, Maze Island is probably going to be partial play to get Thunder castable.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise, I'm not sure he knew. The reason I said I don't know if he's going to dig P1 is that I'm not sure he got that hint, did he?
I don't think he did, but again, we miss the entrance of the palace when they walk in there, so it's that fast that we could just easily miss the hint.
And of course, a few seconds ago, Copa did get his hammer.
Yeah, unlucky for this first boulder block cave is going to lead him to the east. So I don't know if he'll go to the other one because they both know it's dash. So if he goes to the other one, he will grab dash, and dash could be something that helps him close the gap a little bit faster, as Ellendar just does not have it.
Is it worth the trip into town and to the cave to get dash? Probably. If you're really good, if you're good with dash.
Yeah, well, jkoper loves dash. I don't know if Ellendar loves dash, but I know jkoper, might go out of his way to grab dash, and I might as well, depending on if I felt like I was behind at that point.
That is in Mido, and that's 3 screens of town to clear to get there.
Yeah, I mean, they already went into it once to get downstab and get that hint. So I have to double dip Mido to get that dash spell. But again, it's so fast. You make up so much time. And yeah. I don't, the time that you spend walking those final 3 screens in the basement is easily made up with dash just in, a screen or 2.
Right. All right. Good Ellendar. I was going to say Ellendar kill. Good Rebanat kill.
Oh, the item room here as well.
Oh, nice. That's very convenient.
He's not going to get the level, though. He wants the level.
He wants a level. Forget about the level. You got enough levels, and I'm saying it, so you know it's true.
Yeah, I mean, he's got what? He's got 4 more gems to place, so I mean, it's 4 more levels minimum, 1,000-point P-bags in the mix. He might be able to, yeah, okay. This sucks to place it for 98 experience, but you got to do what you got to do in this case. He knows he's up against jkoper, and there's, again, no slouching from either side is allowed here.
It was a magic level, though. That's great. That's what he needs.
Did we catch the cast of thunder when he up and 8 there? Of course not.
I was looking for it too. He was just too fast with that up and A.
Oh, he skipped some P-bags earlier as well. That sucks.
At least he got the level that he really needed, though.
Yeah, I mean 555, the start to any movie phone number.
Is that a fact?
I mean, they probably use some different digits these days, but, all the old movies were like, my number's 555. Whatever.
Isn't it kind of weird to give, someone that I mean, when you watch an old movie like that, all the characters live in the same town before they get murdered by someone, right? So, isn't it weird to give someone your area code? I mean, I guess it's not weird now that you have to use the area code, but back then you didn't have to.
I mean, there are more movie genres than horror, Yeah,
there's also, slasher.
Yeah, was that what did jkoper pick up? Was that? Oh, that was thunder on his side. Okay, he still needs to reflect though.
Did anyone ever tell you that these guys are fast?
I had heard that.
I think it's true.
Is Ellendar not seeing P1? Because no, never mind. He saw P1 already. He's already placed the gem. We'll see if Copa looks around for this magic container. That could be something that helps him out here. He's going left to start here. This might lead him to the item room.
And Zero Wing, Ellendar is in potential go mode. Yes.
Apparently, that left just led him to the same elevator that we started at.
And read in chat. Gotcha, Drosy. Gotcha. Alright, just a casual 1,000-point P-bag. Alright. You want to roll that into another level. Especially if you just kind of messed up your levels a little bit.
Alright, so Ellendar's going into Death Valley here. We've got 2, 4, 50-50 between Maze Island and Death Valley.
Ellendar is not luring the monster encounters. Oh, he kind of messed up there, I think. This is not...
Sometimes...
Time.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to tell because we're on 30 frames per second. Nope, he did miss it. Sometimes it's hard to tell. That's why it's kind of hard to see their spell menu as well. We're getting like half the frame rate.
Miss it again.
He's got the fairy spell.
He doesn't have enough magic.
I mean, take a death.
Yeah.
Is he on his last life or something? There we go. A little pause strat.
Yeah, but just for those of you who don't know, when you're in one of these lava encounters, you can actually stop right at the beginning and stab like just 5 times and just immediately exit the screen. I don't think it matters if you're crouching or standing or if you're facing toward or away from the exit. I think you just stab 5 times and immediately exit, and the enemies will come to you like 99% of the time. And that can help you when you're trying to do an encounter skip like that.
Yeah, weird little manipulation. If you watch vanilla speedruns, you see them do that yeah, in those areas as well, in Death Valley.
Okay, bye, Horsehead. Man, I feel bad for Horsehead today.
I mean, he's never beefy, you know?
Yeah, but that was just bullying right there.
Well, look, we gotta do what we gotta do.
Ellendar just dropped his 1,000 experience right on the floor.
I mean, he's gotta go, dude. He knows he is up against Koper. This is, I mean, you gotta go. I would have see some gems being burned too.
Oh man, he would have been up to 1,250 at this point.
So there's our magic container in P1 as well on Koper's side. He's up to 5. He's matched Ellendar. Ellendar has found 1 extra cave on the east so far that Koper has not found. That has will have Koper's 6th one in there.
Ooh, we're doing this again. This.
If anything, if you don't want to deal with this, I mean, he does have the fairy spell. You can fairy through this room.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. My first time seeing Myra in here as well. Of course, like I said, I don't really comment as much, but nice to see a new face. Yeah, lots of health. They started with all eight health containers, life containers, which also means there's a lot of P bags lying around, and and then combine that with 1,000-point P bags that we've got in the pool. Not necessarily at the same time, but they're pretty beefy pretty early.
Yeah, Ellendar needs to get this magic 6. I think life 6 is next on the docket for him at 1520, and then hopefully one of these next 2 levels he'll get magic 6. He needs to find another magic container as well. That won't be in P2 for him. We saw the one up in the community item room.
Yep. Myra? Yep, there is a lot of random stuff that happens in this game. A lot. This is probably the most random randomizer, or close to, with all the different things that it does to the game.
Yeah, that's I'm not familiar with a lot of the randomizers myself, but it's some of them have some other options that Z2R doesn't have and things of that nature. But I think with the biomes and the palace community rooms, I think that just puts Z2R up there amongst somewhere near the top because it can do so much in that regard. And those things are so big; they're such large parts of the game.
Yeah, well, you're familiar with Crystal's randomizer.
Yeah, but I mean, there's no overworld there. Sometimes there's cave shuffling, there's location shuffling. So like if a house connects to a completely different house, and certain areas may connect to completely different areas. But they are working on some randomization for like Goa Fortress and whatnot. But that's still in the works, and it's not something that's used in like races or anything like that currently.
It sounds like the programmer is up for it though, because when I mentioned doing some tiles, he got excited.
Yeah, they are. They are the developers of the Chrysalis Rando are absolutely dedicated and somewhat inactive at the moment, but I mean they'll get right back into it. There's several of them that work on the thing.
Well, I can kind of see it because the developer he put out that sprite, he put out like all that support for sprite stuff, and nobody has submitted a sprite in like 6 months. So that's gotta be a little bit of a bummer. But
the framework's there, so future just get it there and let people do what they want to do moving forward.
Right, exactly. All right, that's another magic container for jkoper, so he can now cast Thunder, we think. And oh god, with attack 8, the next gem he places, his magic's gonna go up to like level 6 probably.
Ellendar's about to grab Magic 6 here, I think is what he's at. So we'll have to see if we can see his Thundercast. It's the bottom spell in his list. Everybody stare at Ellendar's screen and let's get a number.
Go slower, Ellendar. Come on, man. Come on. I know!
69. 69.
Nice. I couldn't read. That 69 was way too fast for me.
No comment.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just talking about numbers. Just talking about numbers. 89. Lost says 89.
It was definitely 69. I saw it with my own two eyes. Off to Maze Island we go. Oh, an easy palace. Okay, right here.
We are not checking Maze Island. Actually, he might have to. Ellendar might have to check Maze Island for magic containers, whether he likes it or not.
I mean, he's able to cast everything he can cast right now. jkoper has found New Kasuto and is digging through the whole thing. He's 2 gems behind, but Ellendar, if he can find this Karak very quickly, might still just end up 3 gems ahead.
Don't you love it when there's like a Stalfos doing a downstab at you and like 2 Iron Knuckles come down at you and there's fireballs coming from the other side and you're boxed in and then you just cast Thunder and they're, oh god!
It is somewhat satisfying. It's also satisfying to fight through that.
Yeah. I'd say this particular level of satisfaction was like popping bubble wrap. And I appreciate Ellendar for that. For doing that.
Very generous life cast on Koper's side, grabbing life even with 8 heart containers here. Looks like at least 3 on the refill, possibly 4.
Hey, Rich on Twitch, what's up? Nice to see you. Yep, Fairy. That's true. Ellendar does have Fairy, and we don't have jkoper marked for it. I struggle to imagine jkoper missing it so far, but he's been doing a lot of palaces, so maybe he just hasn't come across that town yet, or we could have just missed it in the tracker.
Yeah, I don't know. I know he's in Dorinia. I know he grabbed Upstab and the Hint, and he probably found the child shortly after on the Desert Tire like Ellendar did. I don't know if he went back in. He may have gone back in. Just have to check his spell book. It'll be in the... another magic container. Wow. So that was... Ellendar only found one of those caves.
Now, Fairy's kind of in a similar situation to Glove, which is that when you're in GP, there can be rooms that absolutely require Fairy. There are certainly far fewer of them than with Glove, but if you don't have Fairy, in theory, it can guide you toward the correct path if you don't need it. But if you do need it, which is most of the time, or I don't know, like half the time you need Fairy in GP, or maybe like a third of the time. Yeah, then you're going to be kicking yourself. Would you say it's about a third of the time? There. Okay, yeah. So he definitely didn't have Fairy until now, but now he has a child, and he can pick up Fairy anytime he wants.
Yeah, Koper getting the information that both the cave... Okay, so the cave and the bridge are right next to each other. Both are leading to Death Mountain. He's got the full information that he's definitely going to need that raft. He's already picked it up, so he's good there, but he's seen the raft tile as well. Hopefully he remembers that on the east side of the Western continent.
Man, you gotta love the dedication on Ellendar's side right now, you know, thundering these enemies and then just walking right past the P-Bag, even when he knows there's a 1,000-point P-Bag in the drop pool. You know he is doing his damnedest to keep up with the ghost of jkoper that he's got in his mind, or his mental image, I guess you could say. Because we all know jkoper is a beast in this.
Yeah, absolutely. jkoper, veteran, seasoned runner. We were talking about how jkoper has been around for longer than written language has been around in these communities. So yeah, he's old hand for sure.
Hey, get that jar. You might need to cast Thunder again.
Yeah, or reflect if we find the boss right here.
Or Fairy, but yep, you're right, boss.
There it is. Okay.
That's great. Just picking up that jar saved him from having to take a death. And taking a death in this room is actually fairly difficult. Although there was lava in the previous room, right? So yeah, he could have done it, but picking up the jar was still definitely quicker.
Yeah, so this is huge. It's going to be Ellendar's 6th gem, 2 ahead of jkoper currently. Although jkoper's probably headed over to the next palace he's going to do, which is we know is 2 in Death Valley. That's on the north side. Although jkoper doesn't seem to be going there. He could simply just be looking for it if he hasn't seen it already. Or he's going back for Fairy. I'm sorry, he's going back to Darunia for Fairy. I'm jumping ahead here.
All good. Oh, you got Reflect. You might as well use it and cast Reflect here if you plan on going further in the palace, but you don't. You're out of here. Right.
It was a dead end anyway.
Okay.
We're off to GP, though.
Yeah? Oh, wow.
Sub 50 entry, because it's right nearby.
Oh my god. When did all those bosses die?
When you were talking about Crystallis.
Oh, that's when he killed the P2 boss?
Yeah. Well, they were quick. I mean, P1 was quick, and then he did P3 was pretty quick, and the item was right behind there, which was required, and then into P2's Death Valley, and then boom, here we are, 48-43, it looks like approximately entry point for Ellendar to GP.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, Karak was not close at the entrance, right? So even when jkoper finds P4, it's going to be a little bit of a dig before he actually gets to fight Karak. Yeah,
there were 2 branches, one at start and then one right of start. And Ellendar took one of the branches that did not lead to Karak, had to up an A, and then took the second branch that eventually led to Karak. But it was still a few rooms in, so it wasn't going to be super free and easy to get there. I mean, it's going to be easy. There's going to be no challenge to get there. It's just going to be walking. You know, how much time does it take you to get there? And Ellendar did not pick up Dash, and we'll see if jkoper goes back for Dash. Again, both of them having the hint for it. Probably not, though.
Oh, man, this Valley of Death is treating both runners very badly right now. Or it had.
Yeah, we got a left or right at start. Only right leads to a dead end. Left strats it is today.
Yeah, I kind of like this palette for this palace also, because it kind of makes it look like the whole palace is made out of emeralds. I do like emeralds.
It's your one weakness. It's like your kryptonite.
Yes. In fact, that analogy goes the whole way. I am as strong, fast, and powerful as Superman, actually.
Even when the emeralds are nearby?
Especially when emeralds are nearby. But,
okay.
But they are my kryptonite, so gosh.
It's complicated. Yeah, it's complicated.
Very complicated. Sorry, guys. I mean, I don't want to distract from the race too much by explaining these details.
Understandable.
Yeah.
But previous to sort of the Ellendar's Inn, this is an emoji room, community room here. We had a left just before that. So we do have choices at this point. We'll see if this right leads to where he needs to go.
God, that spicy chicken was so tanky. Certainly, jkoper will get through enemies like that much quicker with attack 8. But wow, like Ellendar, his time advantage is considerable at this point.
Yeah, I mean, he had to do 5, but Guma was not too far in, so Coper's just gonna get through this 2 and then head back to the west, hit up the raft tile, which we know that the palace is right there, but Karak is a little bit of ways in, so there's still several minutes at this point, I'd say, that Ellendar has advantage. Again, he walked in at 48-43.
That exit from that room was a little bit rude, but
yeah.
But that was a good idea to break that boss spot. Unfortunately, he did pick up that red jar before he could, menu out and cast something. I don't know if he has life or not. I don't think he does.
Yeah, he doesn't have life. He should probably be shielding, though, in some of these rooms because he's down to one heart here.
At this point, definitely. Because even at life 7, I think he has slightly less than 1 heart. There's going to be enemies that can one-shot him from this point, I think.
Yeah, I mean, life levels are valuable to have for GP, but man, yeah, he might be in trouble here. Would have been... Wow.
So that he wouldn't have died without shield from 1 hit, but he certainly would have from 2, and definitely from 3 with shield. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no wonder I didn't. No wonder I didn't see the helmet head on Ellendar's side. If it went anywhere near as fast as jkoper's helmet head, that was 2 hits and.
Yeah. Yeah, he only had 2 bars of life. Ellendar cut right through him.
Cool.
Is this worth a Thundercast, perhaps? We've already wasted a life, though. Probably not. He's just gonna let him out.
Don't cast
Shield. Almost 3 hearts for bodying the bird here at life 7.
You know, I mean, he could be afraid of Thunderbird coming up.
I mean, that's possible. It always feels bad to lose the life and then be down. Like, because again, like you say, what you're getting at is that, you know, we might walk into Thunderbird's room and need to cast Thunder, but not have enough, and then it's another death, and it's like, geez, that would be his final life. We only get 3 lives in this seed, although we do have 1-ups in the drop pool, I believe.
Interesting. jkoper going for life levels first. I guess that's probably the smart play. He has enough magic containers to cast Thunder, so I suppose he feels that there's no real thing that he would need a lot of magic for. So.
Wow, Ellendar cutting through a lot of this GP, and jkoper's not that far behind.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, there's not been too many lefts that they haven't taken. There was that dead in the beginning that forced Ellendar to take a left, I think, right?
Yeah.
But that aside, there haven't been too many lefts. So there's not going to be a lot of opportunities for jkoper to feel behind and gamble.
Yeah, the only left remaining that we've seen so far, I believe, is that glove blocked elevator that he did break out of. He went right there, and there's a left there as well. Oh, there's also a left before the emoji room, so there were 2 lefts.
Okay. Well, I don't see jkoper as a gambling type anyway, so.
No, I don't think so either. I think he's going to feel like, you know, he could possibly be right here with Ellendar and that he's not that far behind.
Did jkoper just skip his level? Why?
I think it's the 8,000 payout here.
He wants the free life. Okay.
Look at these rooms, dude.
Of course. This is. He still has to place a gem. I'm sorry for that mic annoyance right there. Yeah, he wants to get up to 888. My bad. I'm the idiot.
So this is an elevator room down for. Oh, did he loop? Did Ellendar loop? Is that why he?
Ooh.
I mean.
So that left before the emoji room might be the play.
I didn't see where he looped around from, though. Did he drop? He didn't drop, did he? Also, jkoper is on the correct path. He's going to be not too far away from Karok coming up here.
As far as that, I was watching jkoper's screen at the time, so I'm not sure.
Yeah,
exactly what happened.
I mean, we saw those rooms, but like, I don't think that was a loop because the first time through that upstat block, there was a rope there, but he killed the rope, and then he came back through and there was an upstat block and there was another rope there, but the rope wouldn't have been there if it was the same room, right? It'd be dead. Am I misdiagnosing that? I mean,
the ropes don't regenerate, but
right. So I'm a little confused. He
maybe
seems
thought that he had. That could be really bad if he thought he looped and he hadn't.
Yeah, and he's taking this left though. This is the left before the emoji room. Oh, nothing.
Ooh, okay, all right.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure he looped. I think he just saw a lot of similar rooms.
If that's the case, the interesting thing about this is that if he was on the right path before, it's not like he could use any of his previous knowledge to give him advantage. It was basically like a straight shot gauntlet. So his attempt this time is actually going to be slightly more difficult than last time because he checked that extra room. So jkoper's advanced leveling it could pay off in this case. This is why, you know, people like jkoper do this. They do those gem abuses so that they can get in situations like this where, you know, it's just too much. The GP is too long, too grueling, and they're there ready to sweep up.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, it does come down to, I think, how comfortable you feel getting through GP. I think if you play a bajillion seeds, like some people do in the community, that the more you'll be super comfortable with GP at even lower levels, right? So a lot of this like damage can be just dodged at this point, and it doesn't really matter if you kill these ropes or kill these heads or anything. It's just time to go. It's like how well, it really comes down to how well I guess how good you can be at dodging these enemies. Although here's another left. This is that left I was talking about.
Right. There was this left. Right.
No. Yeah.
Left.
Yes. Right. Yeah. The left.
All that's left is this right. Left.
Right.
Oh,
No. That's not right. This is left.
Well, that's.
Oh, he was on the. I'm telling you, man. I don't think he looped. I think he thought he looped. But see, I'm curious on why you would think that when you didn't do a drop or anything. You can't loop back around to a room you've been in if there was no junction previous to that point.
So he picked up that free life, which is nice, but he's died twice.
Yeah. And there's these two birds here that are going to troll him. He's got to get over this, and there's a king bot on the other side.
Right. That's the wrong area you want to start this room on. But he did get through that pretty elegantly. So good job, Ellendar.
Right. So this is where he up and A'd. I don't know if maybe he took the death. Maybe he took a death and just up and A'd really quick. But this is it, right? This is the upstab room. Before this was the glove lock elevator. We saw this room again, but we didn't see it with a glove lock elevator before. We saw it with a pass through with some birds in there. Which again is another duplicate room that he would have seen. So this is a hell of a gauntlet right here, and we'll see if jkoper wants to go this way, and if he game overs at any point, and maybe checks those lefts that so far have led to nothing. Yeah, there was the upstab room with a rope twice, which is yeah.
I'm pretty sure. You said that he up and ate out of that room, but I think it was the next iteration of that room because he has been in this room.
Yeah. He's seen a duplicate upstab room like that with the rope. Both of them had the rope in there. And the second one is the one he up and ate on. But I say up and ate, it could have been that he just took damage and he got himself killed and he just up and ate because he just avoided the game over screen, right? But here's another left, so never mind. Maybe we still got this to go.
Right.
No, left. Right? Damn it.
Right. You know what, guys? We actually don't practice our routine, together separately after after the match. This is all natural stand-up comedy.
Yes, this is all. It seems professionally scripted, but it is absolutely improv on this book because we're just that good.
Yeah, this left really opened up, right?
Correct. Anyway, we got this down and right down here. We got an up and left. We've got that other gauntlet, linear gauntlet that we went through. This is interesting because here comes jkoper,
Right.
just shy of 12 minutes behind Ellendar, and probably Ellendar is quite concerned at this point. Like, what is happening? Oh boy!
But this is max random, so we don't even know this is the right way. Left? I mean, right? No!
That's it. He's got to start over. Did not have that last life. Not enough to cast Thunder.
Oh my god.
Then again, that doesn't have to be the correct direction.
No, but one of those was the correct direction.
Yeah, we've got 3 options left, though. We've got that there's a GP item room. It's a T-junction. It's a community room that we call the GP item room. And there's a down and right that led to Thunderbird. There's the top side left, and then there's the linear gauntlet that he up and ate out of that we don't know where it ends.
jkoper already died, but he up and ate. Ellendar, I think he still has the advantage because of his he knows where the most probable place that Dark Link is. I think
he's listening to this back and he's laughing. He's like, "Oh, Nightcrawler probable." I have no idea. What he has is he has the knowledge of the existing route currently, and whereas jkoper doesn't. But like you had talked about earlier, jkoper has more resources. So any penalties because of the lack of knowledge that jkoper may incur along the way will be less of a penalty to him because of his levels and resources.
At the same time, the amount that jkoper can exploit his extra resources is a little bit less than you might initially expect because he doesn't have a life spell. He doesn't have the dash spell, so he can't pick up time.
He does have life. He does have life.
Sorry. Last time I talked about life and jkoper, we were like, no, he doesn't have life.
No, Ellendar doesn't have life.
Oh, okay. All right, so yeah, he does have way more resources then. So it's a matter of if Ellendar can make it through this gauntlet, get to his destination without dying. You know what? It comes back to what I was saying earlier. The best advice I could ever give a racer, even one, as experienced as Mirai, sitting right here beside me in the booth in Hollywood at the Zelda Speedrun headquarters, which is don't get hit, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, speaking of not getting hit, I'm a little concerned about Ellendar's lack of shield usage here because he's taken an incredible amount of damage in the last 2 rooms without shield, getting hit by this King Bot, both of these.
Oh wow, jkoper's almost got to Ellendar.
Yeah. And if it is the Thunderbird route, then, well, I don't know. If that's not the right routing though. And as in, I don't mean that. It's the Thunderbird is not directionally routed to the right the whole time from here. It will be a left at some point that jkoper would need to take to get the Thunderbird. Now, anyone who's not familiar with the flag set, Thunderbird is set to not required in this flag set, meaning that Thunderbird is still in the palace somewhere, but is the randomizer does not forcefully put Thunderbird in the path to Darklink. However, thanks to randomization, you may have Thunderbird on the path to Darklink anyway. So when you find Thunderbird's room, you don't really know if Darklink's behind Thunderbird or not. But it seems like we're heading back to Thunderbird at Ellendar's side here.
I dig this play because from his point of view, jkoper could have been in here at any time. And the only reason why jkoper hasn't completed the palace yet is because of a thunder requirement or something like. Well, but then again, he knows jkoper's not going to come in here without thunder, so.
Yeah, and thunder was completely free too.
Yeah, so take back everything I just said. But he's gonna have to take a death here because he can't cast.
Right. Yeah, he cast jump in the first attempt to the previous room, but got hit by a beam, got knocked into the lava, had no further magic, so then he had to waste fairy to get through this same room that Koper's in. Did Koper take a left? Koper took a left somewhere.
Oh my god. Oh my god. And okay, Koper's got way higher attack levels, so this fight is probably going to end around the same time.
Wow. But he does need to take a death here, so Ellendar can get a little bit of lead here. Attack 5, probably a little... Not amazing. Attack 8 is going to make mincemeat out of Thunderbird, but he's going to have a few seconds lead here.
Yeah, I think Ellendar is going to probably finish 4 seconds earlier? That's probably wrong, because he's about to kill him. Oh god.
Don't commentate, curse this.
Is jkoper about to kill Thunderbird first?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. So, I guess it was not the greatest maintenance on that pendulum on Ellendar's side. And, of course, the much higher attack levels. And it could be anything still at this point. We still don't know that Thunderbird is the right way.
Yeah, it's an elevator down, and Ellendar's on his last life here, so...
Oh my god, that fun room was so slick from jkoper, so that's more time on jkoper's side. Oh my gosh. And yeah, Ellendar, no! That was his last life!
This is a loop on jkoper's side. Ellendar doesn't know this. This is a loop.
Oh my god.
He's going to go back that way, but he shouldn't go back that way. This is a loop, Thunderbird not required.
Oh god, he just lost one of his last lives right there. Couldn't ferry out of it.
I don't think he's going to go a different way, though. I think he's just going to head back to Thunderbird.
Yeah.
Now that Thunderbird's not there, you don't have to spend that extra life to get through those spend those resources and everything. He's going to be able to just push through that further and see the loop and think, oh boy.
jkoper just almost took a Terminator 2 lava bath again.
Yeah, he's walking back too, though. So he's down a life. He's down 2 lives, or what?
I think he's on his last life because he took that lava bath and he almost took the second one, so he had to expend some magic. And now he's down to less than half magic, or slightly less than half magic. So, sorry, that was not Mongolian throat singing.
Here it is. This left is what we have not seen just yet.
Right. Sorry. You can't let a good
joke he's gonna get hit. No,
he's gonna die. Oh my god.
We have no idea what is left in that room. jkoper not happy about that on his cam that we can see. Not happy about that death.
Oh, you know what? I think, you know what I talked about earlier when I said that his forest tiles were backwards? I just noticed that there's a text change in his game over screen, in jkoper's game over screen. It said like shredded it's over or something like that. So I think there are some slight aesthetic modifications to jkoper's ROM, which is why we saw that.
I see.
Nothing that affects gameplay.
Yeah, probably something just packed in with the Trogdor sprite.
Oh, right. I forgot that the Trogdor sprite is a thing.
Oh, I thought Ellendar was going to go left there. He's trying to bait the bird to the left.
Didn't work, unfortunately. Oh, God.
He's still unshielded, though, and I'm still somewhat bothered by this. As jkoper's checking this left, it's an immediate dead end, though, so he's going to be right back onto this path.
And Sage Kasuto, yeah, you're right. They probably are kind of fuming right now. They probably both feel like they're they're right about to lose. You're at that point. You've been in GP for a little while. You've seen some stuff. You maybe made a couple mistakes here or there, and you're taking game overs against a really good opponent. Yeah, there's no way you're not frustrated through something like this. You're gonna always feel like you're about to lose.
Yeah, I almost wonder if Ellendar, because, he knows that he's up against jkoper, he knows this is so jetty, he doesn't know that he was in 12 minutes ahead of time. So, he's concerned, and he was taking some routing decisions early, and they led not really anywhere.
Honestly, I think that if he metagames kind of the same way that I sometimes do in situations like this, it could throw him off. He might be under the assumption that he was in here after jkoper, and so if jkoper hasn't finished yet, then it must be something strange or unusual. But he doesn't know that he knows more about this palace than anything. He's probably fairly certain about the T-bird block at this point.
Yeah, jkoper checking this left in the glove lock room for just the one up here. Nothing special. As Ellendar goes back down this elevator, is going to head towards towards Thunderbird and just see this. Oh my God. And we'll see. Well, jkoper has two options. He's got two options. He's got the up and wherever that goes that Ellendar just passed up again, or he's got the left in that GP item room. He's not at the first junction yet, so we'll see what he chooses.
Oh my God. Where'd that knife come from? Oh no! Yeah, it's like I thought he was going to die right there and have to do that room over again, which was not a
It's the worst. Yeah, that's the worst.
He probably has 0 HP right now, or 1, or whatever the minimum is.
Yeah.
He's going to die here, yeah. There's no way you're getting through a fun room like that.
So he's going to have to get through this in this direction and come back in the opposite direction because he's about to hit a loop. And if he up and A's again, I think that's the nail in the coffin.
If he has a clear mental image of everything he's seen in this palace, he might be able to narrow down exactly which path he has to take. Do you think he has it after being in this palace for like 25 minutes?
Well, it's a 50-50, and jkoper's going up this direction. It is another up and left. Okay, so it's another up and left. That's why Ellendar might have not gone this way. This is going to be the linear gauntlet path that jkoper's currently on. And Ellendar realizes the loop, testing that out. Yep, loop, nothing here. And now he's thinking, man, jkoper is definitely going to be on the right path now because all this time he spent with the game over back here, he's trying to push through this fun room. He's got to just walk across. He gets knocked in there with the beam.
Good jump. Yeah, good jump, good beam, something. Oh, boy. This
is terrible. And this is jkoper. We're about to see, another one up for jkoper. He is stacked now.
Nothing's stopping jkoper. It's just a matter of time. So... No, cast that fairy. You're not... Okay.
That blue bird is going to eat him alive. He's got to clear out this crumbled bridge. He's lost so much health, and he's got to make these 4-tile jumps. Does he have another life in reserve?
Yes.
Oh, he does. Okay.
jkoper filling up with that red magic jar 100% right now.
He's probably got like 3 lives in reserve at least.
I kind of feel like this is Terminator 2 again. This is like T2000 versus T800 or whatever it was. Nothing is going to stop jkoper. He's going to do that Terminator run until he wins.
So this is the room that Ellendar up and 8 out of, and this is an elevator down. This could be our Dark Link right here. We don't know what's to the left. Ellendar taking a death. Just show us what's left in this room. Can someone please?
I think it's going to be right here. They've seen so many rooms.
It's not!
Okay.
Although it does exit out to the right. Oh, Ellendar.
Cast jump. Who cares, Ellendar? You've already killed Thunderbird.
It's a dead end. jkoper's on the correct path. He just needs to make it to Dark Link.
Ellendar doesn't recognize this room?
No.
Ouch. That's gonna... Okay, well, he wants the ferry, perhaps.
Well, it's a little late for wanting a ferry, man.
Yeah. Okay.
This is an elevator down on jkoper's side. I got $22 that says this is Dark Link.
Yeah. I got $23 that says it's Dark.
It's not. We both lose.
Shoot.
Someone just won $55.
Oh, yeah, I do owe you money, don't I, from the last time I bet you?
I have no idea, but I will accept that, yes. jkoper might take a death here. It's not going to end him. This is off to the right, so this just is not enough for Ellendar to catch up. He's like 8 to 10 rooms ahead of Ellendar at this point.
When you got these kind of levels, and you can just power through and just collect lives, you're killing more stuff, so there's more drops coming out of them. And yeah, you're not dying.
Ellendar headed back behind Thunderbird again. Double. I don't know what's going on.
I'm not digging it.
This is going to be a GG for jkoper any moment here.
Yeah,
yep.
Here it is. Okay. So it was at the end of the gauntlet, huh?
Yep, and Ellendar was, 4 rooms away? He was on his last life, though, I think, when he up and aid. He was 4 rooms away.
Well, jkoper could lose 4 lives to Dark Link.
Entirely possible. Let's hold out to see if that's going to happen today.
I guess it... Well... Yeah, go for it.
Unfortunately for Ellendar, not the case today. Koper takes out Dark Link, 12 minutes behind the GP, behind Ellendar there, and is able to seal the deal. It is the gauntlet route that Ellendar was first on, but never explored again, unfortunately.
Thank you all for those GGs in chat. This was an incredible race. It looks like Ellendar has stopped, so we'll probably have them both in the interview room pretty soon.
Yeah, Ellendar has gone ahead and forfeited the race at this point.
Ellendar's in the waiting room, so I'm just going to drag him in here. Hey, Ellendar, your mic is currently muted.
Oh, thanks. I was still muted from tracking the last race. But what?
First path you were on was the correct path.
Yeah, I thought it looped. It was just 2 duplicate rooms with duplicate enemies in a row. I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Yes, the enemy said it was exact.
Watch, I was at GP like 20 minutes ahead of Koper, wasn't I?
12 minutes.
12?
Oh, come on! Man, duplicate rooms with duplicate enemies in them is... No. I'm upset. The beginning of the scene was so good. It was so good.
It was very good to you.
The only thing I'm upset about is I never found Sunken P-Bag Cave. And I wanted medicine. I wanted dash spell. Because I had so many palaces still to go through. But I'm like, forget it. I just need to do palaces.
And jkoper, your mic is currently muted as well right now.
Hey, jkoper.
Hey, guys.
Hey, yeah, great job for both of you. I mean, this was a very fun race. Just so you know, this was very hype.
It was pretty wild. So I guess before we reveal any information, jkoper, how do you feel the seed went for you?
I think it went pretty well. Not many issues, I guess. I don't know. Seemed kind of straightforward. Sort of a weird start with nothing accessible, and then having to dig 5 or 6 for the hammer. And I think 5 was a pretty reasonable choice. to do first, since it was like a few steps from start, and then then got to the east, and everything was kind of just laid out in front of us. I don't know, and then, I thought there was a good chance we're going to need the raft, and I was worried about digging 3 without knowing if I needed the raft, and then I just decided to go for it, and that worked out really well because the raft was right there, and and I don't know if there was a second access point to Maze Island. Probably not, but the raft was clearly the superior one, so and leveling was perfect, so that no real complaints, I guess.
There was some good back and forth there. Like at the very beginning, jkoper was playing a little bit more cleanly, and then Ellendar found the hammer right away, and he'd done more overworld exploration, so he knew how important the hammer was probably going to end up being. So he searched P6, whereas you searched it a little bit, and then you came back and you finished searching it and you got it, and that's how he kind of started to pull ahead. And he mostly maintained a lead for, I don't know, 10 or 20 minutes. Then you eventually got some more boss kills, or no, I think you had 6 and 5 before he went to the other continent, but he kept doing more exploration, and so he was able to get ahead. You were playing very cleanly, and I think you picked up more palaces after that, but then Ellendar just came and swept up those palaces really clean. Didn't even see him fighting Helmened, and that was me personally. It just went so fast, and he was in GP, and you still had a few things to look for and do, and so he got in there first, and that duplicate room kind of ruined his day, I'm sorry to say.
There were 2 duplicate rooms with duplicate enemies in a row. I thought I looped an up aid, and the path to Thunderbird was hell, and beyond Thunderbird was just a loop, and there was another left there, and that ended right away. And then at that point, I had sort of figured out what happened, but you had done, and I'm like, okay, whatever, I'm out.
Yeah, I did Thunderbird as well, so I think I still had probably another path left at the end, but not a whole lot. I don't remember the duplicate room that you're talking. Oh, I think I have a vague recollection of this feels really familiar, like the same enemies in the same places, and I was but I came from a different direction, and so I knew it wasn't duplicate, even though it looked like one.
See, I went from, it was the same 3-way room into the upstat black required room with a rope first, and then bubble, and then a kingbot. It's exactly the same set of enemies.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, I've seen 2 of the same room in a row, 2 of the same enemies in 2 of the same room. I'm like, I'm like, I have to have looped. And I knew I had a whole bunch of very reasonable, I didn't do the left at the start. There was a left fairly early on in that T room. And I'm like, I have a bunch of paths I can reasonably check. Went back, checked all of those, checked all the way to Thunderbird, up, and I was just on the right path the whole time, and it was just miserable.
What? Well, I was going to say. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say is I had the same weird feeling when I got in there, and this all feels the same. But I was 90% sure that I was on a new path at least. So I just kept going, and that was the way. So it worked out in the end, I guess.
Well, what you don't know, jkoper, was what Ellendar does not want us to repeat here again, is that he had a 12-minute lead into GP.
Oh my goodness!
Yes.
Quiet, Mariah. I don't want to hear about it. I'm upset. Not at you, jkoper. I'm upset at myself.
Yeah. What sort of levels did you have?
That was 5, 6, 7.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had 8, 7, 8. So.
Oh yeah! Wow. I was a little. I was on 5, 2, 3 pretty early. And then 2 palaces in a row, I was a little bit short, and there wasn't good places. That's how I got the raft, was I was a little bit short on XP, and I figured, well, I might as well check the next couple rooms, see what I can find, and then it was the item room right away. But there wasn't any XP in there, and so just like in a couple palaces in a row, I was just short and didn't want to farm it out, and I said, forget it, and just took levels as they went.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it was probably the right play. You were, you had that lead going into GP, so those decisions worked out. But then I don't know if the lower levels affected you at all in GP. What did you have for magic containers too?
I had 5 containers, and it hurt a lot. The first time I got to with Thunderbird was I only had 1 life in the room right before Thunderbird, and I didn't have enough magic to cast Jump or Fairy and Thunder. And so the first time I got there, because I knew there weren't that many rooms left with everything I had seen, I'm like, Thunderbird's probably right behind this. I don't think I can afford to use a spell, but also like there was no way I was making it across that room without one.
Right. I mean, it's possible, but that's a big ask. So
yeah, and then so I got to Thunderbird, reset, went all the way back to Thunderbird again, cleaner, killed Thunderbird, and then I was on my last life in that room with the Bird Knights and everything right after, died in that room, went back to Thunderbird again, and then had a couple extra lives with Shield and Fairy. So just having enough to cast Jump and Thunder would have saved me 10 minutes, I think.
Well, here's what really hurt you, I think, other than that up and A, is that, funny enough, you were both doing Thunderbird at exactly the same time, side by side.
Yeah.
That was fun.
We were pretty sure that there was a decent chance that whoever finished Thunderbird would claim victory.
But yeah, what hurt was that, Ellendar, you were on your final life, and then of course that fun room afterwards that was just full of nonsense killed you when you came over there, and you didn't see that down elevator was just a loop into itself, whereas jkoper was able to see that, backtrack at that point, and then jkoper, you took that bad game over right before you were going to go left in that room, and that left that spot unknown to you, but you never went back there. However, it was an immediate dead end, as Ellendar would show us later.
Yeah, I was trying to cast life, and I was downstepping on top of the enemy, and then I switched to like Fairy on accident. And cast Fairy, and then just I was holding down, so just push myself immediately into the enemies on top of that. That was not what I intended to do, but I figured at that point it was certainly worth going a different direction.
And I think on your first time through, there was a fun room that nearly claimed you twice, because you were trying to jump through a gap, and that didn't quite work out the first time, and the second time, I think you had to cast Fairy to get through there. It was I think that one was pretty risky too.
Yeah, I don't know if I had to cast Fairy, but I'm just gonna be safe here and cast it, because it was really iffy. So yeah, but I mean, other than that, for me, GP was fine. It was just long and had to pick the right way. So yeah, I mean, obviously I couldn't have had too many troubles in there because I've made up so much time.
Yeah. At a certain point, after you killed Thunderbird, and did you up and after Thunderbird? You did, right?
No, I think that's when Mirai was describing that. I went backwards after I found the loop, and then I had that game over on the path left of Thunderbird.
Yeah. After that game over, you seemed pretty much unstoppable. You kept on picking up those lives that were being dropped, and with your levels and red jars for feeding into your life spell very efficiently with your high magic level. It was kind of like, well, Ellendar has got to really dig into his brain and figure out where Darklink is and head straight there very cleanly. Otherwise, jkoper is going to get there one way or another, because he just has so many resources at this point. So it definitely made for a very cool, very cool race, very cool narrative between how the two of you played so differently, and yet past each other at various points in the race, and those are the kind of races that I have the most fun commentating.
Yeah, I don't know. It felt pretty good at the start though, just getting 6 and 5 out of the way, and not having to worry about them at all until I found that there's a dead end. And I up and A'd when I found the trophy and went immediately to cast that in because I knew it was spell, and I figured that there was a good chance that one of the remaining caves in the northwest there would lead to the east, and I didn't want to go to the east without having spell in hand. So I did that, and then I went back to the rest of those caves, and then found out that they did not give me what I needed. So that's when I had to dig the palaces, I guess. And the whole time I'm digging the palaces, I'm questioning myself, like, did I miss something somewhere? Thankfully it was the hammer. We had the 2 hammer block caves. Never saw it was beyond the other hammer block, but I think it was the other item cave in the west.
Yeah, it was definitely the other item cave, but I also didn't check it because by the time I got the hammer and you found out it was the east, it's kind of like, well, I'm pretty much at Gelmwood already. I don't really care.
Yeah, it would have been medicine for Dash.
I thought medicine was in the east.
I thought it was in the west.
No, medicine was in the east. I had it.
Oh, okay.
Was it Sunken Peabag Cave? I never found Sunken Peabag Cave.
I didn't know there was going to be a quiz.
I don't.
I think both the Peabag caves had magic containers in them.
Okay, well then because I couldn't when I got to.
I think it was Spell Tower.
Okay, when I got to New Kasuto, I hadn't picked up spell, and I was on 4 containers. And I sort of walked in, checked the container count, checked the hint, and walked out.
So you didn't get the life spell?
I didn't get life. I already had shield. I didn't feel like I needed life.
Yeah, it was nice. It was 4 hearts. So
would have been nice. I was so constrained on magic, though. I don't know if it would have been reasonable because like I said, I only found 1 extra container. I was on 5, so.
Yeah. Had it been an easy GP, it sounds like you would have walked away with this one easily. But
yeah,
prepared.
It to some extent it was an easy GP, and I just screwed it up, right? Like that path that ended up being the path to Darklink was the first path I was on, and I just up-ate out of it. Like if I just stayed on that path, like this would have been a jet seed. Yeah,
interesting. That's funny that's the first way you took because it wasn't like the very obvious way to take, I don't think. But I don't know. Yeah, that's I don't know. I'd be frustrated in your shoes too, I guess. So. Oh
well, it just means I don't have to face Patrick.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll give it my best. I feel like this went pretty well. Maybe I spent more time digging items there in the east. That sounds like a big thing that was a difference in time going into GP. But it all worked out okay. I was mostly looking for the child as much as anything. Is to get fairy, because having fairy in hand seemed like the big safety. And in the end, I don't think fairy was anything close to required, but it was nice to have. So, GG, Ellendar, and
GG.
Thanks, Nightcrawler, Mirai, for sticking around late for the second race. Thanks, Lost, for helping out, and I think that's about it. Hopefully, I'll get my race in with Patrick pretty soon here. So, all right. Thanks, guys.
Awesome.
All right. Good GG to both of the runners. I think I'm out of things to say.
Yeah, I usually just keep spewing things out of my mouth until I stub my toe on something. But I think that race, as exciting as it was, speaks much more to the racers and the excitement of this randomizer than I ever could.
Yeah, absolutely great race. From an audience perspective, perhaps a little frustrating for some of the participants.
Right, yeah. Well, I guess that's about it. Anyone have anything to say about anything else they're doing on their channel for the week or anything like that before we get going out of here? Sounds like...
I'll take that as a no.
Yeah. You want to take us out?
Sure. Thank you, of course, to our runners tonight, jkoper and Ellendar, for putting on a great show. Thank you to Mirai and Nightcrawler for talking us through the seed. Thanks to me for clicking buttons. Over on ZSR2, we've got a Breath of the Wild All Dungeons tournament match going on. It's winding down. We're going to raid over there, and then they're going to raid over here to back to ZSR main, because coming up, they've got a doubleheader tonight. They've got another Breath of the Wild All Dungeons tournament match coming up right afterwards. Tomorrow, we've got a Link to the Past Randomizer Survivors of Hyrule tournament match at 2, a Twilight Princess Lava Dash match at 4 o'clock, and a Skyward Sword Wing Clash match at 5:30. So please tune in if any of that piques your interests. And I hope y'all have a wonderful evening.